So back to the lady with the headdress, woman with headdress. I want to create some depth in this eye. So adding saturation to create depth. Deepening my values. Pretty much just glazing because this is dry paper. Using Crimson Lake. And I am going to switch up because I'm going to start on her cheekbone on this right side. First, I'm going to lift out just a little of that. I'm not crazy about that. I'm going to lift that. So a little bit of vermilion, straight vermilion actually. I'm going to come right down this cheek. It's watered down. And because I've got the vermilion on my brush, I'm looking for other places in the painting that I can add some warmth. Softening that. Before it dries, I'm going back for just a little more intensity, knowing that the watercolors really do dry 20% lighter. And that's just moving right down the paper. I'm going to the chin. I've got straight vermilion. Let me grab that. Straight vermilion. And this side is rather orange-like. So I'm just covering up everything. I want to just point out how all these layers below shine, show through. And that's what you want in watercolor. So looking at this side with straight vermilion, she's now getting a little color. And we're going to cover everything, even that blue. We're going to leave that for the moment. And we're going to follow it all the way down. And we're going to go ahead and do the neck. I know this is vermilion. And this is what I was after, right there. And this. I'm going to catch all the neck with the vermilion. And I'm going to erase my lines. They're just light enough for me to see them. Okay, so this is the other side of the chin and the jaw. And I'm going upward and warming up this area. There, so this brings the chin out. And softening as I go, because vermilion is a hard one to lift. There. Okay, now we do need to let that dry. I see something here that needs to be softened right here. This could help a little. Just a little softening. A little Crimson Lake to tone down that hair going across the eye. I got a little dark. Okay, so with that being done, I'm going to add a little purple up here just to make a bridge between the blue and the raspberry, framing in that flower a little. And just getting a little deeper there and there. These are just glazes on dry paper. Softening these edges a little bit. And with a little paint on my brush, just continuing down. All right, I know that I need to get back into that neck. I'm going to take a little vermilion and a little orange And while it's wet, I'm going to go ahead and just deepen this a little. I'll probably need to do that again. All right, I'm gonna work this. It's kind of green from what I can tell. So I'm adding permanent green to my Crimson Lake, and I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna go get just a little more Crimson Lake. There we go. Right in here. It's still wet. I'm gonna lift right there because this is gonna get a little warmer. So you can see I made a bloom. I think I'll be all right. I'll just work it a couple times before it totally dries. Okay, I better leave that alone. Let's get back to her lips. And we're going to put some deeper. This is going to be a little green. And we're going to just add it right here. These are glazes on dry paper. This is the same color I just added to the neck. And I'm going to come down the side here. So that's a little hard, as in harsh, for her side of the face. I'm going to soften it up. Just adding water to my brush and moving the paint around. This is my Crimson Lake with a little bit of green in it. Again, I just want to be real careful that it doesn't go brown. Alright, I'm going to come down the side here. No, I'm not. So that goes brown. Okay, so we see more of her character. We see more of who she is. If this were a commission, I'd be a little softer on some of the character. And I feel that I really am going to need to let her dry. This side of her face, it's all pretty wet. Later I'll put a glaze over the whole thing. So I just grabbed the moment to see if maybe softening some of this would before it dries. There we go, that helps. Okay, let's let her dry.